Have you been struggling with the NoFap challenge? Constantly hitting 1 or 2 week streaks, but always finding yourself back at square one, feeling worse and worse about yourself every single time you mess up? If so, then you've come to the right place. See, what you're missing isn't more motivation or some new trick that you're unaware of. What you're missing is simply the right strategy. Let me explain. A famous study was conducted in the 1970s by American psychologist Dr. Bruce Alexander. He placed rats in isolated cages all alone and gave them access to 2 water bottles, one that contained just normal drinking water, while the other contained water laced with cocaine. He discovered that the large majority of these lonely rats would continuously drink from the cocaine water until they overdosed and died. But that's not all, because he then recreated the experiment with a new cage, one that he called Rat Park. It was much larger, and it was filled with toys that the rats could play with and nice comfortable places where they could sleep. But most importantly, he added other rats so that they could interact, play, and share intimate time with each other. And finally, he added the same 2 bottles, one with normal drinking water and the other laced with cocaine. And to his surprise, in this new cage, the rats actually preferred to drink the plain water, and not a single rat overdosed. What he discovered was that animals tend to form addictions when their other needs are not fulfilled. And this seems to apply to us humans as well. See, nowadays, most of our needs are fulfilled. It's easy to get food and shelter. Most of us don't have to worry about getting attacked by wild animals or neighboring tribes. And it's very easy to find entertainment because we have the internet. The only thing that we're missing nowadays is meaningful human interaction. See, a study conducted in 2019 found that 25% of millennials have 0 close friends. And to make things even worse, a third of all the people surveyed reported feeling extremely lonely very often. If you relate to this at all, you are essentially in the same position as a rat in an empty cage. And just like in the experiment, it's easy for you to indulge in your addiction because your social needs are not being met. It's how you cope with the emptiness and the loneliness. Which is why, in order to overcome your addiction, you need to get out of your cage. You need to find the human version of Rat Park, and the only way to do this is by going out into the world and building relationships with other people and eventually finding someone that you can develop a deep, intimate relationship with. If you don't do this, then you will never be able to shake off the addiction for good. Now, of course, this is much easier said than done. I'm sure many of you decided to take on the NoFap challenge because you wanted to improve your social skills and your dating life. But what you have to understand is that NoFap alone is not going to give you that. NoFap's main benefit is extra energy. Sure, there's more mental clarity and more confidence, but the most apparent benefit is the energy. You have to make use of this energy and start building habits, because that's the only way you can start improving your social life. For example, if you take this excess energy and you build a habit of working out and eating well, then you will see a visible change in your body, which will make you more attractive and also more confident. This will make it easier for you to go out there and make friends and also to date. Or you could choose to take this energy and build a habit of meditation. If you do this, you will start to see a clear change in your thinking and your mental strength. This will allow you to become more present during your interactions. You will become wittier, more empathetic, all while becoming less sensitive to negative emotions, all of which make it easier for you to make friends and date. You could also take this energy and build a habit of working on a project or honing a skill. Then you will eventually gain some sort of success, and you'll have something that you excel at, which are both extremely attractive traits, which again make it easier for you to make friends and date. And finally, if you want to get out of that cage as soon as possible, you could take the shortest route and take that energy and build a habit of going out and actually talking to strangers, whether it's at meetups, via dating apps, or even just sparking random conversations with people throughout the day. If you do this, you will drastically improve your social skills in a short period of time, and you will start making friends and start finding people to date. Do you see what I'm getting at? The best NoFap strategy is to use the energy it gives you to build habits that will improve your social life and your dating life. Your goal should be to build meaningful relationships with others and also to find a girl or guy that you can share intimate time with so that you can get out of your cage. And once that happens, you will literally forget about NoFap because you'll be as happy as a rat in Rat Park. That's how I was able to overcome my addiction. I didn't have a perfect 365-day streak which magically cured me. In fact, I stopped counting days for NoFap altogether. All I was focused on was building habits which permanently made my life more fulfilling. And because of that, I genuinely forgot about NoFap. That's the best NoFap strategy. Now, if you've been struggling with building habits and getting them to stick, I do have some good news for you. See, I've been running a special program called the Habit Builder Challenge where I go over everything you need to know about building habits and getting them to stick. And what's unique about this program is the fact that I will personally be applying pressure on you, making sure that you take action now, not next month or next year. See, that's the main problem with online courses nowadays. There's no sense of urgency, so you end up buying the course, watching a few videos, and then you set it aside and never finish it. That's why I personally spend 2 to 3 hours every day during the Habit Builder Challenge pushing you to take action. On top of that, we've recently built a special community for the people who complete the challenge. There we hold a weekly book club, weekly hangouts, and even a weekly game night so that you can start getting out of your cage and start building meaningful relationships with others. It's a great community, and I do honestly feel like I've made a couple of close friends over there. This challenge only happens 3 to 4 times a year, so if you want to get notified about the next time I open the doors, just sign up for my newsletter in the description box below. Once you do, you'll also be given a free mini course that I put together which will help you on your self-improvement journey. And remember, focus on building habits, not counting streaks. Besides that, stay tuned.